Hello and welcome to the Wayne County Probate Court. This video will guide you in filling out Form PC 558, which is the application for informal probate and or appointment of personal representative for testate or intestate estates. Before we get started, this video is not legal advice. It's for informational purposes only. You should seek legal counsel or reference the statutes and court rules to answer questions specific to your situation. The statute is the Estates and Protected Individuals Code, commonly known as EPIC, which begins at MCL 700.1101, and the Michigan Court Rules, primarily in Chapter 5. Let's pull up the form from the Wayne County Probate Court website, www.wcpc.us, and in the upper middle you'll see probate information. Click on the link. On the left, you'll see how to start a Wayne County probate case. Click that link. You'll see the various case types. You can start with the court. This relates to decedent's estate informal application. And when you click on the link, you'll see Form PC 558. And when you click on that link, it brings up the form, which you can begin to fill out right on your computer. So let's run through it. On the upper left, you'll put the county as Wayne. In the upper right, case number and judge. You can leave blank if this is your initial filing with the court. A case number and judge will be assigned once your filing is processed. Court address and telephone number you can pull from the website. Then you'll put in the matter of, you'll put the first, middle, and last name of the decedent. In this box, you'll include the applicant, who is most likely you, name, address, and telephone number. If there's an attorney, they will put their information in this box. Moving to number 1, you're going to state how you are connected to the decedent. You'll put your name as the applicant in this box. I am interested in the estate and make this application as. Here's where you type in your relationship to the decedent. There's some examples. An heir is someone who is entitled to receive property through intestate succession, which is described in EPIC, that is, without a will. A devisee is someone who receives property from the decedent pursuant to a will. Then some more obvious, child or spouse. But you need to explain how are you connected to the decedent. Number 2, decedent information. Put the date of death, the time if known. Then you'll put the date of birth of the decedent, but that will go on row 1 on a separate form, which is MC97. You'll need to fill that form out and submit it along with this application and the many other documents you need to submit with the court with the application. Also, the last 4 digits of the Social Security number of the decedent. That's going to go on row 2 on form MC97. Do not put this information on this form. Domicile, at the date of death, this is where the decedent primarily lived and received mail when they died. City, county, and state. Moving to number 3, you'll check the appropriate box. A death certificate has been issued and a copy accompanies this application as a separate document. You should note that a new amendment to a court rule requires 2 copies of a death certificate, one that is unaltered and another that blacks out or redacts personal identifying information of the decedent. So you'll need two copies of the death certificate, or no death certificate is available. Attached is alternative documentation of the decedent's death, which might include a police report or an obituary, but the strong preference is to submit the 2 death certificates. Moving to 4A, as far as I know, or could ascertain with reasonable diligence, the names and addresses of the spouse, children, devisees, and heirs of the decedent, and other interested persons, the relationship to the decedent, and the ages of any who are minors are. You'll see that you need to take time to investigate and discover who interested persons are. Interested persons is a defined term in EPIC, so you'll want to reference that, as well as the court rules in Chapter 5 describe who interested persons are. You need to include all of them in this table. You can attach a separate sheet if there's not enough space on this form. You'll also see required testimony forms are attached. That's a reference to PC 565. And then you'll see the name, address of the interested person, the relationship. Down below you'll see spouse, child, devisee, or heir. And then age if minor, you see 2 asterisks. When you go down here, if a person is a minor, provide the date of birth on Form MC97A, that's a separate document than MC97, and put the reference number from that form in the box above with the age. So if you put the minor's date of birth or age in reference number 10 on Form MC97A, then you'll put reference number 10 in this box here on this form. You'll also see on the lower left references to statutes, which are MCL, and court rules, which are MCR. You can do a quick internet search, which I will show real quick. If you just search the MCL and section number, usually the first page is the Michigan or the legislature.mi.gov. You want to make sure that is the link you are clicking on and not some other link. When you click on it, it looks like this, and this is the statute code. Similarly with court rules, you can do a internet search for those. And again, you want to make sure you are clicking on the link that says courts.michigan.gov. When you click on the link, here's what it looks like. And you can search the various sections. This was 5.302, commencement of a decedent estate. So very important to reference those. You will get a lot of information and answer a lot of questions that you have regarding this form. Moving to page 2, 4B, of the interested persons listed above, the following are under legal disability or otherwise represented and presently have or will require representation. So you'll put the name of the interested person, their legal disability, they might be a minor or a ward, and then you'll put the person who represents them, as well as their address and their capacity, which might be a guardian or a conservator or a parent. Moving to 5, venue is proper in this county because the decedent was domiciled in this county on the date of death. If that's true, check the box. Otherwise, the decedent was not domiciled in Michigan, but venue is proper in this county because property of the decedent was located in this county at the date of death. Check the appropriate box. Moving to 6, this is where you will state whether the decedent died without a will, which is intestate, or with a will, which is called testate. 6A, the decedent died intestate and after exercising reasonable diligence. I am unaware of any unrevoked testamentary instrument relating to property located in this state as defined under MCL 700.1301. That's saying that you have tried to find a will or other written document that could be construed as a will, but you were unable to locate one. If that's true, check box A. B, I am aware of an unrevoked testamentary instrument relating to property located in this state as defined under MCL 700.1301, but the instrument is not being probated because, and you'll have to put why. This means that you do know of a will or a written document that could be construed as a will, but you are not going to probate it. you'll see that if this statement's true, the probate register must deny the application according to MCL 700.3311, in which case you will need to file a petition. Then you will state whether you are attaching the instrument to this application, or if it's already in the court possession, you will check this box here. C, this is the decedent had a will. The decedent's will dated. You'll put the date of the will with codicils dated. A codicil is an amendment to the will, is offered for probate and is attached to this application or is in the court's possession. So if the decedent had a will, check box C. And then D relates to an ancillary estate. So it says an authenticated copy of the will and codicils, if any, probated in, you'll put the county and state the will was already probated in, are offered for probate, and documents establishing its probate are attached to this application. You might need to include a court order or some other document that proves the will was probated. 7 is your representation to the court relating to a will or other writing. To the best of my knowledge, I believe that the instrument subject to this application, if any, were validly executed and is the decedent's last will. After exercising reasonable diligence, I am unaware of an instrument revoking the will or codicils. So this means that the will or writing you are submitting as the decedent's will is the most current and is in fact the last will and testament of the decedent, or it's a writing that you think is the will of the decedent. Moving to 8, also relates to ancillary estates, so it may not apply to you, but if it does, you'll check the box. Otherwise, leave it blank. It says a personal representative has been previously appointed in, you'll put the county and the state, and the appointment has not been terminated. And then you'll put the personal representative's name and address in these boxes. 9, if you are nominating a personal representative, check the box. I nominate, and you'll put the name of the person who you want to be the personal representative of the estate, who is qualified and has the following priority for appointment. Epic lists the priority for appointment of personal representative. Could be a spouse, a child, a sibling. You'll need to explain your priority and then put the address of the nominated personal representative. Moving to 10, if this applies, you'll check the box. Otherwise, leave it blank. Other persons have prior or equal right to appointment as personal representative, and they are. So if a decedent dies without a spouse but has 3 kids, each of the 3 kids have equal priority, and one of the kids is nominated above in 9. The other 2 kids have equal priority as an example. So you will include them here. Then you'll see suitable renunciations, nominations, and or notice of intent to seek informal appointment and the proof of its service have been filed or will be filed with the court. You may need to fill out other forms such as PC 567 or PC 577 and submit it along with this application. Page 3, number 11. If this applies, check the box. If not, leave it blank. The will expressly requests that the personal representative serve with a bond. You'll need to read the will. And then, if you think a special personal representative is necessary, you'll check box 12 and explain why in these boxes. Finally, your request to the court. Check the appropriate boxes. If you want the informal probate of the will, check box 13. Check box 14 for the informal appointment of the nominated personal representative, and then you'll indicate with or without a bond. Check one of those boxes. And 15, if it applies, check it, otherwise leave it blank. The appointment of a special personal representative pending the appointment of the nominated personal representative. Then you'll make this declaration. I declare under the penalties of perjury that this application has been examined by me and its contents are true to the best of my information, knowledge, and belief. Date and sign. If there's an attorney, they will date and sign. So that is how you fill out Form PC 558. We put this together at the Wayne County Probate Court because we care. Have a great day.